holy brothers and sisters! It is the 29th of TAMUZ, and in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson will be called Fearful Forces. The beginning of charity is extremely difficult and onerous, but the benefits of charity are very great indeed. The explanation for this is that the body's needs are many. Even the bare necessities such as food, drink, clothing, and shelter are numerous, and the acquisition of these things hinder a person tremendously in the service of God. Through charity, however, all of these hindrances disappear, because by giving charity, a person merits to have God shower down His loving kindness so that he does not need to involve himself in any sort of business or labor for his livelihood. Instead, his work is done for him by others, and he can engage in the service of God. The more that we give of ourselves, the more that God gives to us. It is impossible to receive abundant loving kindness because people in general cannot receive an overabundance of good. Thus, a person must create a vessel and a conduit with which to receive the loving kindness. Through fear and awe of God, a vessel and conduit is created by which to receive loving kindness. No matter how much water we draw from the well, if our buckets are filled with holes, we will not be able to receive it back into our homes. We need to create to contain. The revelation that everything happens in accordance with God's will, and that there is no such thing as independent natural forces, results in the fear of God. The reason is that at that time people know that there is such a thing as reward and punishment, and as such there is cause to fear God. But when people fall into heresy, such as believing that everything proceeds only according to the laws of nature, then fear of God is an irrelevant concept, God forbid. Eov 15:4, it talks about where Eliphaz said to Job, who attributed everything to the dictates of the heavenly bodies, "Indeed, you are annulling the fear of God." When people view others as acting independently with their own control, then they're able to get mad at and lash out at others. But when we recognize that God is in control of absolutely everything, we cannot get mad at others, and we must use all the events as wake-up calls from our merciful and loving Father in heaven. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.